it's in Jerusalem, at Bab al-Amud, at the Damascus Gate, leading hundreds, thousands of right-wing Jews on a march to spit in the faces of the Palestinians living there, screaming death to the Arabs, going up on Haram al-Sharif, inciting Jews to go up there with the intention of eventually taking it over. And perhaps the most horrific, the Kahanist movement operating networks, social networks, where on WhatsApp and on Telegram and other platforms, they organize people to head into those few cities in Israel where it's not 99% Jews or 99% Palestinians, but those few cities where you actually have Jews and Palestinians living side by side, sending them to those areas and inciting race riots, inciting anti-Palestinian pogroms, planning them and distributing weapons so that they'll come stocked. According to Israel's police chief, what happened last May was that Ben-Gvir incited, in his words, a Jewish intifada. And the second last thing I'm going to show you is what that looked like. I know it's really difficult to look at, and I'm just giving you a heads up. It's not easy. But it's important that we look at this and not look away. This is what that looked like in practice. This is just south of liberal Tel Aviv, just south of Jaffa, okay? In the city of Bat Yam, just down the coast. Picturesque town on the Mediterranean. And Kahanists and other far-right Israelis swarmed the area in last May, and they just attacked any place of business that they suspected might be owned by a Palestinian person, or where there might be Palestinian people working. Whether it was a shawarma restaurant or it was an ice cream store, and they just smashed, smash, without warning. Masked, unmasked, people came in and just wreaked havoc every which way. And as you can see, it wasn't confined to young men. There were young women there as well, celebrating this as a victory for the state of Israel. Screaming, crowds marching through the streets, screaming, Mavet l'Arabim, death to the Arabs. Sheisaref lachem akfar, may your village burn. Ma ratzitem lasig? Yatzanu la'archovot. What was your goal? We came to fight with the Arabs. We're now looking at a pogrom that's being live streamed in real time. This is our new reality, live streaming pogroms. Im tzarich gam narog otam. If needed, we'll kill them. If needed, we'll murder them. This is Israel's national broadcaster interviewing him on live TV. They ask, are you Arab? Are you Arab or not? And once they get the answer, they would stop cars in the middle of the street, any passing car. And of course, it's impossible to tell a Jew from a Palestinian in most cases, because half of the Jews in Israel are themselves Arab Jews, or from Middle Eastern countries. So you can't tell straight off the block. So you ask a question to hear their response. Are you Arab? And once the answer is clear that maybe you're not Jewish, that's when they attack. And they pull people out of their cars, and they go to work on them. And they beat them, and they beat them, and they beat them. And they kick them, and they punch them with sticks, and with poles, and with flags, until they're bloody, and they're bleeding, and until they're lifeless, and not moving. And in the end, they chant, Am Yisrael Chai, the Jewish nation lives. And the next day, the sun rises, and back to normal, as if we didn't just witness a live stream pogrom. This is our new reality. This was not some small town in the middle of nowhere. This is in the heart of the Israeli metropole.